We've made it to the most important video of 2025 for anybody that's in e-commerce. Today we're talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Q4 success. Q4 is the most important time in e-commerce and it's not even close. If you mess up your Q4, you mess up your whole entire year. It is so important that you get this right. So that's why I put together this video and guide on how to absolutely shatter your records for Q4 this year in 2025. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot has changed from 2025 to 2024. We can't just run the same strategies and expect to have the same success. There's a lot more competition and the whole marketing landscape has shifted with AI. If you aren't properly preparing, you are going to be left in the dust. So today I'll be walking through the Black Friday Cyber Monday guide that I've helped generate over $100 million in e-commerce sales with. Let's just get right into it. All right, so this is the Q4 e-commerce blueprint, your roadmap. You can see some of the success that we had last year in November. We can see attributed revenue, email 62%, unattributed revenue 38% for this brand. We can see the massive jump. So here's some Black Friday Cyber Monday results just from last year. For context, I run a premier email and SMS agency. We've worked with over 200 different brands. So we just need to start off by understanding where are we at with Q4 this year. Q4 is going to be a profit bloodbath for many, many brands. Every year, the cost of CPMs on ads is just rising and more competition is entering the market. If you increase ad CPMs and then also include that you're going to have massive discounts for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, what that means is lower profit. You're paying more to get people and then you're given much higher discounts. It's a lot less for you to take home. I've talked to many, many brands who end up breaking even or even losing money in Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Even more in 2024 than I've seen ever. What this tells us is that if you are not properly prepping for Q4, you may get some sexy revenue numbers, but you might get shitty profit numbers. We need to understand that ads are great for acquisition, especially during this time. You can get as many eyeballs that you want, but they're not great for profit given their price. If you're depending on paid traffic to carry your Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, you are playing the most expensive game in e-commerce. We can look at some of the CPMs. This was just last year. We can see a couple different industries right here, what it looks like. So you can see August, at the time of posting this, it is August 14th. This is really when we start to see the uptick. So we start to see a trend upwards. It's going to get even more expensive. And once we hit November, even October, we really see a big spike. Then November, we can see this massive surge in that Black Friday, Cyber Monday period. And you can see January way down here. So literally we will have a 50% increase in your CPM costs, which is why we need to focus on these pillars to a highly profitable Q4. We don't care about the revenue. We want profit. So the first pillar is we want strong stacked offers that actually convert. Your offers are going to carry a lot of the load in this time period. So we want clear, simple, and compelling offers for everything. We want to stack them. So for early access, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then also the gift giving periods. Pillar number 2 is we need a big warmed up owned audience. We'll talk about this a little bit, but your email and SMS lists are your leverage and they are your profit engine in Q4. And we can't just have a small list. We need to make sure we have a big list. We can't just have any list. We need to have a warmed up list who's ready to buy. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, as well as a strategic email and SMS execution plan. We need pre-built flows, high converting campaigns, daily messages to send out, and timing that matches consumer behavior. This is what we need. And as a bonus, make sure you have operational readiness. We can't have your logistic break when traffic spikes. Inventory, fulfillment, support, site speed, make sure all of that is locked in. But really what I'm trying to say here is email and SMS are the key to a profitable BFCM. They are pretty much the only way to have a profitable Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Paid ads drive the traffic, but email and SMS drive the profit. Couple reasons why. Well, number one, your owned lists. You have zero acquisition costs once you have them. Once you have somebody's email or phone number, you don't really have to pay again. You have their info and you can always send them stuff. The ROI is just unmatched. Email averages a 41x ROI, and SMS converts 5 to 10 times higher than cold traffic. You have a gold mine just in your lists. Number 3, your ad costs are going to absolutely skyrocket, which we went over, while email and SMS stay cheap. Number 4, you control the channel. There's no bidding wars. There's no algorithms. You can just hit the inbox or the phone directly. Meanwhile, imagine if Zuckerberg put in some extra regulations before Black Friday, Cyber Monday this year. It could completely destroy your year. And then also high visibility. SMS has 98% open rates and email gets 40 to 60% open rates. If you want people, your lists are people who already know, like, and trust you. With email and SMS, when you click send, you're pretty much guaranteeing that almost everybody's going to see your message. For example, this brand had a $3,000 monthly Klaviyo bill in November, and their revenue right here was 585,000 euros. That is 195x ROI. Crazy. And 62% of their revenue in November came from email alone. That is because they had a massive warmed up list ready to buy. These numbers just simply are not possible off of ads. So the first real section I want to talk about here are your offers in the schedule, which could be the most important part of your strategy, because most brands lose Q4 before it even starts. Not because their product sucks and not because their emails don't send, because they're sending emails. It's because their offers are weak, unclear, or timed incorrectly. In this section, I'm going to be giving you the exact schedule and offer structure that the top brands use to drive 6 to 7 figure profit in single days. So first, we just need to understand what are the main dates for this season. I created this calendar right here for the 2025 holiday season relevant dates. We have Veterans Day, Thanksgiving falls on the 27th, Black Friday on the 28th, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday is actually fully early in December this year, starts on the 1st. I also have these shipping cutoff dates. So we have standard shipping cutoff. So if you want to get your gift by Christmas, you have to buy by the 15th. We always like to push urgency on these days, and then priority shipping by Christmas cutoff, and then overnight shipping by Christmas cutoff. So those are some relevant dates. And this peak buying window is going to be from November 22nd right up until December 2nd. That 10-day stretch is going to be the peak buying window, and it always is. So make sure we have warm-up offers and lists by November 11th to 17th. And the one thing that we really need to understand is that we need to be stacking different offers for our Q4. Most brands just run the same offer for 2 weeks straight. Now, this just does not convert as well as having different offers for the different time periods. So let me explain this. So if you just have one offer for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, say it's like 25% off site-wide, we are going to have a ton of offer fatigue on days 7 through 14. After we're sending emails every day being like 25% off, 25% off. After the first week, nobody's really going to be engaging and nobody's really going to be buying because they've already seen this for a week. And so the engagement is going to go down on these emails because people are seeing so many different offers across every single brand because every single brand is sending messages in this time period. So we need to give them dopamine. We need to give them different. What's super important to understand as well is that there's just lower urgency. For running this offer for 14 days, you only get one like last chance push on days 13 to 14. We know that people buy when we're like last chance, this expires tonight or expires tomorrow. If we have different offers in that period, we can have multiple different peaks. And also we get very low repeat purchases. Nobody wants to buy the same offer twice. Meanwhile, if you have different offers, people could like that offer and then you point a new offer and they're like, oh my gosh, let me buy again. So that's really the effects of running multiple offers. We're going to keep our list engaged across 2 to 3 weeks because each new offer gives people a reason to open, click, surf the website, see what they can save, and buy again. And as I said, we're going to create multiple urgency peaks because instead of just having one last chance push, if we run different sales every 4 days, then every 4 days, we can have absolute last chance, buy now. And so that is built-in urgency just right there when our offers end. We're going to be able to reactivate buyers for different conversion windows. If somebody missed Black Friday or they didn't like the offer, then we can have Cyber Monday or our gifting offers, which will give them a second or third chance. We're going to be able to get more repeat purchases with different offers because people will buy off different offers. We have different incentives to get them to come back again. And by having different offers, we can hit people with different preferences. Psychologically, some people prefer different discounts and some just hit better for them. Some customers like % off, whereas some like to have a bundle or some sort of bulk offer. By having different offers for different time periods, you can hit every customer segment's preferences. This also lets you test angles and positionings so that you can apply this for next year. So try bundles, gifts, % off, tiered spend, learn what works best for your audience, and you can run that for all of 2026, whatever one converts the best. And then increase your brand perceived value and energy. Nobody just wants like 20% off and have fake urgency. By having different stuff, you seem fun, and this will keep people subscribed to your list because they always want to be prepared for the next offer. And so this is the phased offer structure that I recommend and I'm going to be rolling out for my brands. This is the timeline that I am going with. So we have early access from November 13th to the 24th. Now remember that Black Friday is on the 28th. Early access, we just want it to be very similar to our Black Friday offer, but it's going to be less value. We want Black Friday to really be the home run here. So in order to get people to buy in this period, we need to just position the offer as exclusive and early access. We want to push on the benefit of being early. Get your Christmas gifting out of the way. Get guaranteed shipping. It's going to be crazy in Black Friday, Cyber Monday. There's going to be delays. If you buy now, you can skip all of that. Then also guaranteed stock. That's going to be a huge one. Hey, we're going to be making a huge push for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So we wanted to let our email list know that if you want to make sure that you have stock on our best sellers, then you should buy now because last year we sold out. So something like that is always going to work really, really well. And this is how we can capitalize on the full month of gifting and not force people to wait for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then we're going to have a couple days of break before we launch our Black Friday the day before Thanksgiving on the 26th. Now remember, Black Friday is actually on the 28th. We want this to be our main offer, our best and most site-wide deal, and we want to run this for 4 days. We want it to be simple, clear, and easy to understand, and I'll be going over some of the offers, and it should feel like the core event because it's the biggest time of the year. This rolls us straight into Cyber Monday / Cyber Week if you want to do that. We want to change the angle or add a twist to this offer, something like a free gift or add a new product drop, add an extra % off, add in some more bundles, something like this. We just want to re-engage people who ignored or missed Black Friday or they didn't like the offer, and we really want to focus on gift giving for the holidays. And if you have some sort of like giving back sort of thing, Giving Tuesdays on December 2nd, I see some brands do that as well. And then once Cyber Monday ends, we want to go hard on gift giving and then have different offers for gift giving to get people to buy for Christmas. Focus on AOV boosts and upsells. Before that ties us into another like sort of gifting angle, but this is our last chance holiday gifting for the 15th through the 21st, and we just want to hit all of the shipping time delays. So these are just natural urgency drivers. I typically would like to do like free shipping for these days. The offer can stay the same if you want to, but just make sure that you send an email and a text message on these days because people just need urgency. So December 15th cutoff for standard, December 19th for priority, and December 21st for express. So we have these different schedules. We're going to be going over how often you should send emails and whatnot. But once we have this timeline, what offers do we actually do? So This is what makes offers that convert. One, it needs to be simple and easy to understand. We can't make this cryptic. We can't make it so much work for the customer. Every little piece of friction is going to reduce our conversions. So simple and easy to understand. We need to add urgency on our offer. We need it to be a limited time sort of thing. We need to protect our margins. So obviously we don't want to do like 80% off. And most importantly, we need it to feel special. And we need it to be different from what we've ran over the past year. If you just did a buy one, get one free offer in September, you can't do the same exact offer in November. We need this to be special if we want people to actually buy. So some examples, it's going to be different for every brand. You could do site-wide custom markdowns. If you have a lot of SKUs on your website, you could do that, or you can do what I like to do in this time period is to do markdowns plus like 20% off or whatever. It gets people to view the website and see what the markdowns are, and then they also get an extra bonus. Store credit is a good one as well. So it's kind of just like a $1 off sort of offer, but framing it as store credit. You've tiered discounts. This is a common one that a lot of brands will do. So spend $100, get 20% off, spend $200, get 30% off, yada, yada, yada. That's great too. I love the free gift with purchase, or you can always do like 10% off, plus you'll get this on orders over $100 plus. That's a great one. Of course, we have buy one, get one, which is typically the best one. And if you have the ability to do BOGO or buy one, get two, whatever it is, buy two, get one, those sort of stuff work really well. Then you have bundle offers as well. So doing like sort of bulk things as well, or maybe bundling different products together as like a gift giving pack. These are offers that work really well. So now let's look at some brands, what they did in 2024. So this is Breeze right here. They're one of the fastest growing brands in the space right now, doing over 3 mil a month. And this is what they did. They started Black Friday very similar to like what I would recommend on the early access. They started this early access on the 12th through the 28th. And what they did was $15 store credit. So super simple offer. I love how simple this is. They didn't try to make it some like crazy extravagant thing, just $15 store credit. Instead of saying $15 off, they said store credit. Psychologically, I've seen that work better because it feels like we're giving the customer something out of our pocket. And that just holds more weight. So I love that. But the really thing that I like here is adding a lifetime supply giveaway for a random person who buys. It's just an extra little oomph to try to get somebody to cross the line before waiting for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. And so what they said in this early access offer, in this email, when they officially launched it, is our biggest offer ever. Yes, they're going to have a bigger offer for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but they say this is our biggest offer ever. That's completely fine to say that. They add this copy, plus each purchase enters you to win a lifetime supply of Breeze. That's great. They talk about stocking up. Boom. Super simple and easy. And they sent emails just like this before they actually started their Black Friday, Cyber Monday on Black Friday. So they didn't start it early. I would recommend you start it early, but they actually launched it the same day and they ran it throughout December 3rd. So through Cyber Monday, it was $25 credit plus free shipping on orders over $100. So you can see that this was their original Black Friday email. Saved $25 site-wide. We're absolutely blown away by your support. And so to say thank you, we're giving our largest offer ever. So it's $25 off, just a raised discount from their early access. From there, they then switched to holiday bundles where you could get literally up to $180 off. So really AOV boosting right here in gift offers. And during this time period, they're really talking about celebrating for the holidays with family, gift giving, and also like dry January coming up. So you can see like the different packs that they're doing and the dollar off offers for these time periods. And then they did last minute digital gift cards for last minute shoppers. If you can do digital gift cards, definitely recommend this so that you can do like some last minute gifts right here. And then they reuse these same bundles for kind of like the Christmas and then New Year's Eve period, which is going to be big for a alcoholic alternative. So they layered different offers, they used urgency, and they kept things really, really simple. That's my biggest thing that I want you to take away. So next, let's go into Dr. Squatch, which I'm sure you've heard of. They're kind of one of the most known brands in the e-com space. And they started real early with their holiday pushing. October 27th all the way to November 27th. So right up until Black Friday, they were pushing holiday bundles, so specific dollar off, plus double loyalty points on purchases. So if we look at this email right here, you get double loyalty points, and then 'tis the season for bundles. So all throughout November, starting out in October even, they're doing these bundle offers right here. So this is $5 off, $21 off, $19, $20, $23, $12, and it's really focused on the holidays here in gifting, which I think is super interesting. It must work really well for them. So they really pushed these, and then similar to Breeze, they started on November 29th, which was Black Friday as well, and they ran their offer throughout Cyber Monday and Cyber Week. Cyber Monday was on December 1st, so they actually ran this like almost throughout the whole week. So they did custom markdowns on every single item on the store, and so you had to browse the store to see what items were discounted. And then also they did bundle offers. And then they also did this tiered sort of discount. So they say save up to 55% off, but really this is kind of a tiered discount, because what they do is they did free shipping on orders $40 plus. So if you spent $40, then free shipping. And then after that, you spend $15 more. Now you get an extra 20% off. You spend another $15, it's 35% off orders $70 plus. No code needed. This is just automatically applied on their website. And I like that. Keeps things super simple for the customer. And then they really didn't push any offers after that. They really didn't do much gift gift giving until they push from the 17th through the 18th and then the 20th to the 22nd. So free 2-day shipping. I love this as an offer, as like a last chance sort of gifts for the holidays. I think that this is great. Free 2-day shipping on orders $65 plus. And then they also had those like holiday gifting bundles still available for their discounts on the website. And then they had this up to 50% off plus free shipping sale for one weekend. They did December 20th to 22nd. The issue I have with this is that I think that this was just a little bit too late. I would run this kind of like December 10th, because if somebody bought right now, they wouldn't be able to get this before Christmas. But overall, lots of cool stuff here. A little bit confusing and complex, but this is still good execution. Next, let's go into Gymshark. So they do offer tiers by the different time periods. So they did an early access, and then an early access, and then Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So November 14th to 21st, early access up to 70% markdowns. So right here, up to 70% off everything. So just go to the website and then you can find what discounts you want. After that, they kept the 70% off and then an extra 20% off. So for early access, they did it for about 72 hours right here. They said in less than 24 hours, but they ran it for a couple days. So feel free to do that. Before then, Black Friday / Cyber Monday, the 29th through the 5th, they did an extra 25% off. So they kept the markdowns, but they just updated the different offers. And then for their gift giving push, the only offer they did was a quick free shipping holiday push, which is right here. I think that this is a super simple execution plan for any brand that has a lot of SKUs and is in clothing. This is probably the direction that I would go, with sort of like site-wide markdowns. And then we have Hydro Flask, where they have a lot of stuff going on. Again, they do an early access offer and run it for about 2 weeks. They do 25% off set items plus free engraving on bottles. So you could buy, they had all sorts of different emails going out, like it's 25% off of My Hydro. And they also did like free engravings and all sorts of different stuff. And then on Thanksgiving, the day before Black Friday, going into Cyber Monday, they launched their main offer, which is 25% off site-wide. Plus, if you wanted to do Tumblr, then you could get 40% off that specific item, but pretty much 25% off site-wide. Then December 2nd to 3rd for Cyber Monday, they did a up to 50% off website Cyber Monday special, custom markdowns on the website. As like a last little push here, before they started their 12 days of Hydro Flask, where this is a new offer every single day. So you can see some of these emails, different products on sale every day. Now this is a lot. It's definitely fun. I haven't had the most success with this because I kind of found that on like day 4 or something, someone may like your offer, but they're like, I feel like maybe day 5 is going to be better. I'm going to wait. Or maybe day 10 is going to be better. Let me wait. And then they just never end up buying. So it's something that I don't know. It's just kind of a lot, but it is pretty unique. And then December 17th, they did like a free shipping cutoff as well, sort of push right here. So this one I'm not as big on just because there's so much stuff and so many different offers. I'd like a little bit more simplicity, but they definitely were very strong with their offers to their audience. And then lastly, we had AG1. So they're a subscription-based brand, and they really didn't give too much of an offer. They pretty much ran the same offer for a month, and it's their standard sort of offer, some sort of bundled deal when you subscribe. So what they do is on November 13th, they just had it framed as your winter wellness kit is here, and it's just when you subscribe, you get these offers and freebies. And then they kind of just like changed the name of it to Black Friday offer. It's slightly different, not really a new groundbreaking offer. And then for Cyber Monday, that same exact offer, but Cyber Monday. Now, if you really don't want to be pushing discounts, then this is something that you can do. If you have some sort of acquisition offer, you could just stick with that acquisition offer. Not as fun, but if you can get creative with your wording, it can be okay. Something that I also wanted to point out is a free gift with purchase on orders above a certain point. It's an easy bonus that I love seeing brands do. Here below, we can see Casely right here. For their period, they did a free tote bag with purchases above $50 plus. It's super nice to get your AOV up during this time period where you are giving discounts. It's a little extra push for people to buy from you versus other brands. If I'm choosing between 25% off at this brand and 25% off at this brand, but this brand I also get a little gift with it, then I'm probably gonna go over here. And bonus points if we can make it a giftable product. So someone could buy something for themselves and then use your little gift as a stocking stuffer or something for their friends or family. Think about picking or developing a very cheap product that you can give to people for free with their orders, especially if you're doing something basic like 20% off for your offer. It'll just give it a little bit of spice. Something like a free gift bag or a free stocking stuffer gift, a free travel size version of your hero product, or like something like a free sample pack for a different product. Something that I really like, and I think it's great for engagement. So if I were running a brand, I would probably follow the same structure, very similar as what Breeze ran. Just simple to understand, not too much going on to where it's confusing, kind of like Hydro Flask. We have strong offers and there's plenty of urgency built in. But at the end of the day, you know your brand better than anyone. I could come on here and tell you exactly what offer to run, but that would just do us no good. You know what offers work for your brand. You know what your audience would be interested in. Just use your gut, give a strong offer. I just highly recommend using different offers for the different time periods. Just make sure it is unique compared to what you have ran over the past year to reward your list and add some freshness. So now that we have our offers and the structure, let's talk about our email and SMS execution strategies and timelines. So we need to know that the work we do before Black Friday, Cyber Monday with our list is what pays off. If we want a record-breaking Black Friday, it's gonna start months earlier. here's what we need to be doing in the lead up to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We need to be growing our list aggressively. We need a killer pop-up form. I highly recommend using the platform Alia. Alia Learn right here for building your pop-ups. We use them for most of our brands. We absolutely crush and grow our list like crazy. You can book a demo call, just put that I sent you and you'll get a little discount. So definitely say that you sent me if you try it out. You can get a free trial as well. Just run paid ads, whatever traffic you're getting, have a banger pop-up form. The bigger that you have list, the more profit you're gonna make in this time period. Then we need to fix our deliverability. If you're not landing in the inbox, you're not gonna be making money. So if you aren't getting email open rates of above 60%, you might need some help. Start sending now to your engaged segments only. Focus on opens, clicks, and replies so that over the next couple months, you'll slowly repair your deliverability so that you can land in the main inbox. So from this point on, stop sending emails to your whole entire list and getting 20% opens. You're going to be landing in the spam folder and you're not gonna make a lot of money in Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then we need to warm our audience and not burn them. We wanna send high value, non-discount product education heading into Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We want social proof. We can tease what's coming, but save all those big discounts. If you're thinking about running a big discount or something at the end of October, I would refrain from that just so that people are ready to buy for BFCM. And then super important as well is unsuppress past profiles in your account who may still be interested. You could have past buyers or window shoppers who are currently suppressed in your Klaviyo account. So go through and unsuppress as many people in your list that you can so you can have the biggest list possible. And if you want me to make a video specifically on how to do that, just let me know. The goal is just to have a massive, warm, engaged list so that when it's time to sell, our emails hit hard. So here is an example email and SMS sending schedule. This is not the time to send 1 or 2 emails for your offer and then hope for the best. No, inbox competition is going to be brutal during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Everybody is sending emails. Your frequency is how you stay visible and drive your urgency. This is the time of year to be aggressive. Yes, you're going to get unsubscribes. That's okay. We are going to recuperate our list throughout the year. We need to go hard in this time period. So in our early access period of November 13th and 24th, we want to kind of have an email every other day. We don't really need to get too aggressive here, but ramp up our frequency as the offer ends. Maybe do some daily emails at the end, but then urgency as your closer. Whereas like SMS in this time period, send 3 to 4 well-timed ones, such as a launch, a reminder or 2, and then like a last chance urgency SMS. Before we go into Black Friday, where email, we need at least 2 per day, an AM launch and PM reminder. Ideally, we can do 3 or even 4 because the lifespan of an email in Black Friday, Cyber Monday is very low. If you send an email in August at 9 a.m., there could be people at 5 p.m. who scroll down in their inbox and they'll still open your email. But during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if you send an email at 9 a.m., literally by 11 or 12, that email is buried and that person is not going to see your email. So we need to send multiple reminders. Whereas SMS, we want to be sending at least 1 per day, ideally 2 per day. Just keep it simple, highlight the offer, and have some urgency. Cyber Monday, very similar to Black Friday, 2 per day. And if you're running a longer like Cyber Week, then do 1 a day in between the launch and the final call days. And then SMS, do a launch, a midpoint push, and then a final hours urgency SMS. Whereas in the gifting period, just send emails every other day and sprinkle in 2-ish SMS per week. That's really all you need. And then include urgency SMS on your shipping cutoff days and shift your messaging in this period from gifting, bundles, and delivery deadlines. So I put together this sample sending schedule for you. This is what we're going to be rolling out for a lot of our brands. To start off in the month of November, we kind of have 3 emails in this week, and then we have a Veterans Day email before we launch our early access, where we'll start off with an email and an SMS. We'll send an email every other day, and then roughly like 2 SMS per week before we have kind of 2 emails on back-to-back days going into our early access closing, where we send another SMS. This is all we need right here. Wait a day, let our list cool off a little bit before we launch Black Friday. We launch it on Wednesday. We're going to do an AM and a PM email send, and then a Black Friday SMS as well. Over Thanksgiving, now I like to launch Black Friday before Thanksgiving because people are with their families on Thanksgiving. They're thinking about gifting, and there's a lot of like dead time periods during Thanksgiving where people are checking their phone. So we want to make sure our offer is live by that. So we'll send 2 Black Friday emails before we go into actual Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and then Black Friday closing, where we're doing 3 emails and then 2 emails and an SMS every single day. Frequency, frequency, frequency. And then Cyber Monday, we're going to be doing 2 emails and then an SMS every single day for this 3-day period before we shift into gifting. Gifting, just an email every other day, and then an SMS 1 to twice per week is good, but just making sure that we're doing emails on our shipping cutoff dates right here, as well as an SMS. So we have that here and here as well. Then mix in some holiday emails, maybe non-discount email over here. And then if you have some sort of like New Year's Eve push or like New Year, New You push, then you can do this in this period as well. But you can see kind of emails every other day, but then multiple emails on the major days. That's the schedule that wins and prints for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I want to go over some graphic email content tips because this really is not the time for long storytelling heavy emails like it is all throughout the rest of the year. People are here just for the offer. So we want to give it to them fast and with as little friction as possible. The best performing Black Friday, Cyber Monday emails are dead simple, a bold hero section that clearly outlines the offer, a strong call to action, and maybe a few featured products below. Something to also also note is if you're doing long, extensive emails, that's just going to slow down your production process and put stress on your team when this is already an extremely busy time. So just a couple tips: make the offer the hero section, make it the biggest thing, don't get fancy, just keep the copy minimal. Then we want a single large CTA above the fold. We ideally don't want the customer to have to scroll to click your button to shop onto the website. We want to keep it light on content, super simple, just highlight the offer and then use urgency everywhere. So here are just some examples. Black Friday one, super simple, up to 55% off site-wide, big button right here. And then a banner right here, Black Friday starts now, buy now, save more. And then just lots of this stuff throughout. And then Breeze, save $25 site-wide, super simple right here. The one thing is I would like to put this button way up higher as well as the discount code, but overall just a simple email. Buy it right here, Black Friday, green routine, 30% off, shop Black Friday. That's simple, feature some bestsellers, that's it. I like the dark theme for these Black Friday emails as well. You can see this as well, a dark theme, 30% off, super simple, but having a little bit of fun. Need another reason to shop Black Friday with us? Here are 3. Notice how it's not a super long and extensive email. I love this one from Casely as well. Cyber Monday, 50% off site-wide plus $5 cases, 1 line of copy, shop now. No need to go crazy. And then here's like a Cyber Monday sort of themed email. Up to 55% off, a button right here, super simple, and then highlight the offer down below. Easy, simple, effective, this is what we want. And also on top of that, we need to make sure we utilize our text-based emails often. Not every Black Friday, Cyber Monday emails needs to be a heavily designed email. In fact, our highest performing emails we've seen during Q4 are these simple text-based sends. These emails just feel personal. They look like a one-to-one message and not a mass campaign. And because inbox are flooded with graphics and blinding colors and promo banners during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, a clean stripped down email actually stands out. Best of all, these plain text-based emails are quick and easy to put together. Exactly what you need for like a high pressure scenario. And so this is what I'm talking about when I say these plain text emails. You can see it's literally just text. This is all we need. It feels super personal. It's coming from the founder right here. PS, it's a little bit of life and it's just so different than the flashing stuff in your face. This is all of our best performance last year were these text-based emails. So make it come from the founder. This personal touch will help you stand out. Just bold your offers and important info so the customer doesn't need to like squint because blocks of copy are hard to read. People are going to be skimming your emails. And then just have one clear CTA. We don't need so many different buttons. Just keep it super simple and just shoot for a simple click. And so notice below how Breeze, for example, one of the top brands in the space, they sent 8 plain text emails in this Black Friday, Cyber Monday period compared to 11 graphic-based emails. We can see text-based right here every other day. Boom, 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 boom. And then they doubled up right here and then they had some graphic and then text-based, text-based. So the top brands are doing it. You should too. Don't be afraid to do that. Also, don't be afraid to resend the same emails for efficiency. If you're kind of overwhelmed by everything that I'm saying with like the amount of emails that you need to be sending, people are receiving so many emails during this time and they're forgetting what they see. They're opening all sorts of different emails. So if you want to save creative bandwidth, don't be afraid to send the same email multiple times. Your customers really aren't going to remember, and even if they do remember, they shouldn't care. You just need frequency. That's our most important thing. If you're resending an email though, make sure you change your subject line in preview text, because then the customer might actually forget about it, and it seems completely new. You can also, if you want to, resend specific emails only to non-openers of your prior email, and you can create that segment inside of Klaviyo just by going to like whatever campaign you want. Create a segment. We can say non-openers for whatever this email is, and then just say person has received this email at least once over all time. Add a filter where the campaign name is whatever the campaign name you're looking for is. And then we want to say they have opened email 0 times over all time where it is that email. So what this will do is this will then create the segment of people who received that email, but they didn't open it. And then we can resend that email just to the non-openers if you want. I recommend just resending to everybody though. But if you're worried about sending people the same emails, you can do that too. And so as far as SMS content, I'm just going to keep it super simple. Don't overthink it. It's super easy. Simply just state your offer, have some urgency, and tell the customer how to claim their offer, whether it's a discount code, auto apply, whatever. Avoid using images and avoid using super long messages because that's just going to drive up your cost. For example, using images in your text is 3 times more expensive than just the plain text. So just stick to something like this. Black Friday in July equals BOGO everything. Buy one, get one free site-wide. Use code BOGO July. And something like you have early access to our Black Friday sale starting now. Save 40%. Use this code at checkout. Boom. That's all you need. Don't try to get too creative and you can resend these. That's what we want to do. Now the secret sauce is going to come in from updating our flows and pop-ups. So we want to update our pop-ups for our Black Friday, Cyber Monday offers, our pop-ups that collect email and SMS. You're about to get a ton of site traffic, the most that you're going to get compared to any other part of the year. So this is your biggest opportunity to grow your email and SMS list. Don't just turn off your pop-up. You're going to be getting a ton of unsubscribes too. So we need new people coming in. And we can't just have the same generic pop-up that's given like 10% off because we have a different Black Friday offer. With our pop-up, we just want to clearly feature our Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer and then ask for the user's email and phone number. Obviously, you have the discount on your website. website, so they don't need to enter their email and SMS to claim. But if you put the offer in their face and say, give us your email, you'd be surprised how many people opt in. And then they're actually gonna buy from you more because now that you have their email and text message, you're sending them daily emails, you're sending them daily text messages, and if they abandon a cart, you're gonna be able to send abandoned cart emails. So we wanna have a different pop-up for each time period of early access, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and gifting, and just update those once those offers end. And so just match the offer timing, something like this, add your email, Black Friday, whatever you gotta do, keep it simple, just make sure you have this pop-up up. And then also we need to be updating our flows. During Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we can't have the same flows that we've had year round. We need to update our flows to highlight our special offers, be quicker to try to get impulse purchases, and then have a lot more urgency because these offers do not last long. So really you can turn off all the flows in your account besides the welcome flow, site abandon, browse abandon, cart and checkout abandon, and then the immediate post-purchase flow. This is a simple strategy that you can use. If you're sending multiple emails every day, you really don't need too many emails in your Black Friday, Cyber Monday flows. When somebody opts in on the pop-up, we want to send them a quick welcome email with a discount explanation, and then maybe some bestsellers, maybe a quick spiel on brand information. We want to have a site abandon flow here. If anybody goes to the website and they don't view any products, they just surfed around your homepage. We only want to wait 45 minutes. We want it to be super quick. We want to mention the abandonment and then also the Black Friday deal info with a ton of urgency. For browse abandon and cart and checkout abandon flows, keep these super simple as well. We just want to email one, nudging, showing the product that they left behind, and then also giving the discount info, and then just really follow up on a email two with a ton of urgency 2 hours later. Absolute last chance. This is what we recommend for you. This deal only happens once a year. And then post-purchase flow, right when somebody buys, we want to thank them for participating in Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and try to get another order. To add something like add to your order now. This is the best offer all year. May as well get some gifts for your friends. Something like this, super simple. We just want to update the copy, have more urgency, and update the time delays. So we can see like this is a Black Friday, Cyber Monday email right here. When somebody signs up from the pop-up form, you just say, hey, Black Friday deal, 2 free tubes plus 25% off. Use this code, claim deal. Button at the top, discount code at the top, boom. A little bit of information about the brand right here, and then another push for Black Friday offer right here. And this is like a cart abandon example from the same brand. For getting something, use this code. The Black Friday offer is still valid. Here's what you get. Here's your cart. Shop now. Custom copy. This is going to convert a lot better than just having a standard abandonment email that doesn't mention the offer. Because if you're like me, you're shopping all sorts of different brands on Black Friday, and I'm forgetting the offers. So in our flows and abandonments, we need to be reminding of the offer every single email. It will massively increase your conversion rates. And that is the core strategy. And so as some final notes, Q4 is the most important quarter of the year. You cannot afford to mess it up. The brands that win aren't just running the discounts. They're showing up with a clear offer, a warm email and SMS list, and a sharp execution plan. So please, please, please start building your list now, dial in your offers, and send more than you're comfortable with. The opportunity is massive, but only for the ones who are ready. Thank you so much. This doc is going to be in the description. If you want to guarantee a successful Q4, we went over a lot today. There's a lot of shit you need to do to have a banger Q4. It's overwhelming, which is why most brands who run Black Friday, Cyber Monday themselves or with a mediocre agency end up having mediocre results. My team of $100 million email marketers are built and trained to execute on these strategies. We can guarantee that we would outperform you and your team if you let us take care of this all for you. You don't have to worry about any execution. We take care of all of it for you. So if you're a 7 to 9 figure e-commerce brand, are interested, book a call below. We'll build you a free custom Q4 roadmap to breaking records you didn't know that you could. Book a call below and let's get cooking. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the link in the description if you want this document for yourself. I'm gonna have some more videos coming out on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so make sure you be on the lookout for that and check out this next video. Tons of value in it. Thank you so much for watching this, and I will see you in the next one.